To once again welcome you all to Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, for the 43rd Ordinary Meeting of the Economic Committee of West African States, ECOWAS Committee of the Chiefs of Defense Staff. It is indeed a privilege to stand before this esteemed gathering of distinguished colleagues as we follow up on our last deliberations on August 2024 and further reflect on the prevailing issues that continue to impact our individual and collective security in the West African sub-region. Your presence here today is yet another evidence of a shared commitment and dedication towards fostering and entrenching a secure environment for the safety and well-being of our people. It also demonstrates a collective drive towards addressing the various security threats that afflict our beloved region. As leaders of our respective armed forces, defense forces, we are aware that without a secure and conducive environment, economic growth and development will continue to elude our region. We must therefore support our political leadership by entrenching conducive and secure environment for economic development to thrive, recognizing that today's threats are not only complex and adaptive, they pervade and in cases transverse countries in the sub-region. We must therefore commend the foresight of our past leaders for setting up this platform to leverage for collective action against a common threat. Accordingly, the complexity of the security landscape demands that we leverage our collective expertise, intelligence assets, and coordinate our efforts towards borders if we must solve these challenges as the world has become a global village and the gap between us shrinking even more. Thus, collaboration is paramount and imperative to address both the root causes and symptoms of insecurity in our region. It is on this premise that the agenda for this meeting was carefully crafted to focus on critical areas while building from our previous engagements. Some of these critical areas include the proposed review of pledges for the ECOWAS Standby Force, consideration of pledges for ECOWAS Standby Force Counter-Terrorism Brigade, and the rotation of staff officers of peace support operations, divisions, and ECOWAS Standby Force, as well as maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea. Others are the presentation on the outcome of governmental experts meeting on the ECOWAS logistic concepts and standing operating procedure for ECOWAS logistic depot in Lungi. The meeting will also present and review the report of the last Chiefs of Naval Staff meeting. Further, there will be a presentation on standardization of the table of equipment for the ECOWAS Standby Force. As we embark on today's discussions, I must remind all that your insights and experiences are paramount to our collective mission, while our sincerity and constructive commitments are essential for productive deliberations. To this end, I encourage us to enthusiastically exchange ideas and strategies during this meeting for the benefit of all. I also wish to join you to always remember the sacrifices made by our men and women in uniform and honor their dedication to maintaining peace. Let me at this juncture express my profound gratitude to the Chairman of the ECOWAS Head of State and Government, the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his inspiring leadership and the support towards this conference. I want to also appreciate all our respective heads of states for also making this possible. My appreciation goes to the President of the ECOWAS Commission for his leadership and commitment to the success of our activities. My gratitude further goes to the special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Alhaji Mohammed Badru Abubakar, CON, member of the National Institute, for honoring our invitation. Lastly, my special thanks goes to the service chiefs, to all the ECOWAS commissioners, special guests, and my staff for their efforts in ensuring the success of this event. Once again, I thank you all for coming and do salute your firm commitment and contributions to securing our region. Together, we will build a safer and more prosperous future for our people. I look forward to a fruitful discussion and the development of actionable strategies that will strengthen the security framework of West Africa and the entire continent. Thank you and God bless.
ECOWAS Commission, His Excellency Aliu Omar Toure, who is unavoidably absent from this meeting this morning, to warmly welcome distinguished guests and participants to the 43rd Ordinary Meeting of the ECOWAS Chiefs of Defense Staff. It is my honor to acknowledge the presence of the Minister of Defense of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the other dignitaries here, present. Thank you, Your Excellency, and then distinguished guests for honoring our invitation to attend this meeting. This 43rd meeting has been convened to discuss the tasks assigned from your last meeting in August 2024, as well as the pertinent decisions of the Authority of Heads of State and Government at their summit in Abuja on the 15th of December 2024, and it is to examine recent developments, security developments, of course, in the region, against the backdrop of the evolving security situation in West Africa. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the security situation in the region, marked by the activities of terrorist armed groups, transnational organized crime networks, banditry, and others, have continued to present daunting challenges to the region, the regional integration project. Governance deficits, ethnic tensions, ecological degradation, and other natural and man-made factors have fueled terrorism, which is worsened by the transnational jihadist groups in our region, in particular, Jenim, ISWAP, and Islamic State in the Greater Sahel, as at the center of the terrorist scourge in our region. Against this background, we have also got the geopolitical competition that is being played out also in our region, and which is also fueling these tensions that we are talking about. The Central Sahelian countries are today still the epicenter of this terrorist menace, while the littoral states continue to bear the pressure, whether it is in Benin, Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and others. Indeed, according to the latest report of the Global Terrorist Index, the Sahel accounted for 51% of all global terrorism deaths in 2024. Burkina Faso remains the most terrorized nation on earth, according to the index, followed by Syria. In fact, last year, the second country was Afghanistan. This year, it is Syria. And Burkina Faso still tops the list. Against this backdrop, on the 29th of January 2025, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger formally withdrew their membership of ECOWAS. Following the directives of the Authority of Heads of State and Government at the last summit in December 2024, the ECOWAS Commission has now initiated a contingency plan to mitigate the unforeseen consequences of their withdrawal. Therefore, I call on you to critically examine the implications of the withdrawal of these sisterly nations of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger on regional security in the course of your deliberations. And we would also want to take note that in the last few months, the three countries, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, have reportedly created a joint command, to fight terrorism, in the, region. The Alliance of Sahelian States are, changing also alliances in the region. And we also know that the collapse of the 2015 OGS peace agreement for Mali and also the developments in the other countries have opened two fronts in almost all the three countries that we are talking about. We have the jihadist front, which has been there since about 2011, 2012. And in addition today, we are having the specter of civil war where the Tuareg, the Fulani communities, feel marginalized in the countries that we are talking, about. ECOWAS continues its support for the stabilization of Guinea-Bissau and the Gambia. And I wish to draw our attention to the decision of the Authority of Heads of State and Government during their last summit, instructing the Commission to deploy missions to assess the financial implications and the current security and political situations in Guinea-Bissau and the Gambia with respect to the status, mandates, and operations of the missions deployed in these countries with a view to making them more efficient, impartial, and promoters of stability in the two countries concerned. Within that framework, it is our expectation that this meeting will deeply reflect on the current mandates of the ECOMIC and ESSMG, that is the ECOWAS Stabilization Mission in Guinea-Bissau, while noting the evolving realities and how best our forces will remain neutral in the execution of their mandate in both countries. Ladies and gentlemen, it's heartwarming to disclose to this distinguished body the giant strides being made by ECOWAS towards the operationalization of the regional logistics depot in Longé in Sierra Leone, while noting that the physical construction of Site 1 and 2 are fully completed. Its finishing is currently being done by ECOWAS. In addition, the principal officer, the commander, and his deputy, who are the critical human resource requirement for the depot at the moment, have recently been rotated, in Sierra Leone. Furthermore, only a fortnight ago, your representatives attended the governmental experts meeting in Abuja, hosted by ECOWAS to review and validate the key guiding documents relating to the ECOWAS Standby Force Logistics Concept, the ECOWAS Logistics Depot policies, and the standard operating procedures. At this point, I would like to specially pay homage to His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the dynamic support that has been given to the regional integration process, in particular the security, angle, of it. The government offered a free vessel to convey equipment donated by the Chinese government almost 10 years ago, to Lungi, free of charge. And the government of Nigeria is also supporting various aspects of the work that we are doing, and we really, on behalf of the President of the Commission, wish to express our sincere appreciation to the leadership of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Before I proceed, permit me also to say that from the key recommendations of the 42nd Ordinary Meeting held in August last year, the Commission has done a lot in carrying out the tasks relating to the ECOWAS missions in Guinea-Bissau and Sierra Leone, among others, which also will be presented to you. Due to the security dynamics in the region, it is imperative that the pledges made by our true contributing countries and police contributing countries are reconfigured in compliance with the directives to activate the ECOWAS standby force in its kinetic mode. I am pleased to disclose that the impact assessment options are being worked out by the Commission in order to mobilize the required financial resources to enable us to confront the challenges posed by terrorism in our region. I'm also pleased to note the presence of the chair of the Chiefs of Naval Staff, who will brief this august body on the outcome of their meeting held this February in Praia, Cabo Verde. I am sure we shall get more details on the current happenings within the maritime sector and the prospects in boosting the blue economy in member states. In conclusion, I call for concerted action to strengthen our shared aspiration for a peaceful, secure, and prosperous ECOWAS region. And I also wish to stress that ECOWAS still has its doors open to welcome back our brothers and sisters from the 3 countries that have recently withdrawn from our community. And in this regard, ECOWAS authority of heads of state have directed, that despite the withdrawal, ECOWAS must maintain the free movement of people and goods and the right of settlement and establishment to all citizens of our community, including those from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, in the spirit of where ECOWAS is going, that is really a community and an ECOWAS of peoples, and we do not want the ordinary citizens of our member state to suffer out of political decisions that have been, made. So, at this juncture, I would like, also, to wish all of us very, very productive meetings, these 3 days, and to come out with very concrete suggestions as we take forward our peace and security agenda in the region. Thank you very much for your attention.
And stability of our nations. As the Chief of Police in Nigeria, we recognize the critical roles that our defense forces play in maintaining peace, security, and stability of our region. This conference, no doubt, represents a significant opportunity for us to come together, share experiences, to address the complex security challenges facing our sub-region. Our collective efforts to enhance regional security, counter transnational threats, and promote defense cooperation will no doubt yield positive outcomes for our nation and for our people. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to all the conference participants and to the organizers of this conference as we look forward to effective and productive outcome at this conference. So, thank you.
Honor and deep sense of purpose that I warmly welcome you all to Abuja, Nigeria, for the 43rd Ordinary Meeting of the ECOWAS Committee of the Chief of Defense Staff. Our gathering here today underscores our shared commitments to addressing the critical security challenges confronting our sub-region. As we convene at this pivotal moment, we must remind ourselves of the complex and multifaceted security landscape that engulf our sub-region. The imperative of us in the sub-region to strengthen our bond and collective resolve is greater now than ever. The rise of populist ideologies and revisionist rhetorics among global powers are indicators that we will increasingly be left to our fate in the emerging global order. We must, as a sub-region, therefore recognize that our strive towards economic growth and development will invariably be fundamental on a homegrown sustainable peace and security. We as stakeholders in the sub-region must identify and suitably adjust to the changing order of the global landscape in which emergent threats of terrorism, organized crime, climate change, cybercrime, and pandemics respects no boundaries. The emphasis on us a shared responsibility to close ranks in order to break the cycle of terrorism and armed violence that flourishes our region today. We must therefore address all hindrances to our mutual trust and cohesion. We must recognize that we are collectively as strong as our weakest link. My charge this morning to you all is for you to take advantage of this gathering to close ranks against those threats. Our strategy must refocus on sealing fault lines in West Africa with a view to deny terror and insecurity a breeding ground. Central to the discussion over the coming days are the pressing issues concerning the ECOWAS standby force, ECOWAS peace support operation, as well as maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea, among others. I am confident that our deliberation will be marked by a spirit of collaboration, innovation, and determination as we work towards crafting a comprehensive and sustainable strategy to address the security needs of the sub-region. By leveraging our collective expertise, resources, and commitment, we can make a tangible impact on fostering peace, stability, and prosperity in the sub-region. In this regard, I am pleased to highlight the activation of the ECOWAS standby force to combat terrorism in the sub-region. The activation of this force underscores our collective determination to confront the scourge of terrorism with regards to insecurity and ensure the safety and security of our citizens. Before I take my seat, let me express my profound gratitude to each of you for the unwavering dedication, professionalism, and commitment to the security and well-being of our people. Let us approach our deliberation with a sense of purpose, unity, and resolve, knowing that our collective efforts have the power to shape a more secure and prosperous future for our sub-region. Thank you, and I wish you all fruitful deliberations and
is in line, with the determination of the ECOWAS Commission to support our institutions in the region. As we are all aware, the National Defense College is one of the three, the current centers of excellence of ECOWAS. We have already provided equipment to the other institutions, and it is the turn now to make a symbolic handover of the IT equipment that the ECOWAS Commission has provided, to the National Defense College Center of Excellence. The items are a lot. The bulk of them are outside, these premises, just outside the hall. But it is important to maybe enumerate some of these IT equipment, including the new line 75-inch TT75 22Z UC75 interactive screen, two of them. I don't know, this jargon, whether we understand it, but these are the names of the IT equipment. And then the new line Lyra Pro language distribution system is also one of the three of those items are also included in this package. And then we have both Poly G7500, bundle 518332, and all that, which is HP Elite Book, 15 copies of it. Also, to it, I think it is something to do with notepads, here. And then 6, we have got River NB Sleeve Suzuka 13.3, 14 inches, swat. That is on box and collected also in good condition and to the National Defense College at this morning. At this point, I would like to invite my brother and Commander-in-Chief, the Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria, and the Chair of the Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff of ECOWAS to do the presentation.
I want to thank the ECOWAS Commission for this wonderful program to the National Defense College. They will put good use. We really appreciate it for this. So likewise, I have the privilege of handing this over to the Commandant. Thank you.
So at this point, may I request our Chief of Defense Staff to please. Next. Thank you, Chief of Defense Staff, the IGP, sir. Thank you very much, sir.